Welcome back to the Barrel Zone Tuesday morning edition, 3rd of August. We have a huge MLB card. We are going to break down one game. I have one side logged in so far. Also, two strikeout props. Those came through yesterday. I will share the two strikeout props I logged in so far. I will also mention what my line is on the games that are off the board, and that's kind of it. We will get through this in like 10 minutes as usual. If you want to tear my plays, you know where to go. Patreon.com/slash the barrel zone. You can join the Discord channel there. So the game I really want to talk about today is the Braves Cardinals game. We have Max Fried, John Lester. Atlanta being a slight road favorite, minus 125 on Pinnacle. We've logged in Atlanta. Minus 125 would be my cutoff. I wouldn't play this at a worse line, but as you can see, pretty much the entire market is in a playable range, in my opinion. So yeah, I think these two teams are kind of pretty close at this point, obviously, with Acuna not being available for the Braves. I still believe the Braves have the higher upside, slightly better bullpen, but there is not like a giant difference, and that's why this one is still in a battleable range. So yeah, Fried coming off a 7 inning outing, he had 9 Ks with just 2 earned at the Mets. His numbers are like not amazing. I'm not extremely high on him, but he has decent average swinging strike rate, a bit above 11%, 47% ground ball rate, just 27% hard hit rate. This is a pretty good park shift for him. Cardinals, although they are stronger against lefties in general, just a 95 WRC plus, not a super scary offense, and I think Fried is kind of in a groove. I really liked his last outing, and I've started bagged way worse pitchers against the Cardinals than Fried, so I think he will be able to handle them. So yeah, John Lester is a huge part of why I'm making this bet. Lester's stats so far has been kind of depressing. His ERA is above 5, Sierra 5.29. His WHIP is at 1.6. K rate under 15%, swinging strike rate under 9%. His contact rate is 81%. Uh, he really has nothing left in the tank. Righties have a 395 over against him and a 6.1 FIP. He has a 5% K minus walk ratio against the side, averaging less than 5 innings. He was recently traded. He pitched 10 days ago. He had problems earlier in his career when he was missing starts, getting out of the groove. I think the layoff certainly won't help him. And he was really just up and down. He had a miracle outing 2 games ago in Miami, but his last game was 300 runs in 5 innings. 3 games ago, 300 runs in 2 innings, 200 runs in 3 innings before that. So he's not going deep into games. It's very likely to be bad. And I just don't expect the Cardinals to push him to go deep in his first start, especially as both teams had a day off yesterday. So the bullpens should be ready to take over. I also prefer the Braves bullpen. I also prefer the Braves offense a tiny bit. At least they made some upgrades with Acuna out to salvage what they can. So yeah, I like the Braves. Minus 125 would be my cutoff. I think you can look this in on Pinnacle right now. The other game I just wanted to really quickly talk about is the Tampa Bay Seattle game. I wanted to bet the under here, but 8.5s are pretty much gone. There are a few sides that are still. I'm not sure if this 5 times line is online. I would play it at the under at 8.5 minus 110. I think Kikuchi was a bit unlucky in the last start, but he's trending in the right direction. And Patino, I think he has a really high upside. Good pitching park, obviously. In Tampa Bay bullpen, one of the best in the game. Mariners bullpen, a bit overperforming, but still decent. At 8.5, I would bet the under if you have access to this 5 times line or just any stale line at 8.5. That would be a bet. I'm not sure we will get there, probably not coming back. So let's just quickly run through the three games that are off the board, and then I will share my two strikeout props that I logged in. So the New York Mets, we don't have a starter announced for Miami yet again. Last night it was Luzardo who was supposed to be starting today in the minors. Mets closed minus 160. It was crazy. I was already asleep when the pitching announcement happened. I would have bagged the Marlins with Luzardo. I think he's not great, but he's decent. All right, so we don't have a starter announced here. Angels, Rangers, Suarez last. I make the Angels minus 138 here with Suarez on the mound. I wouldn't be opposed to betting them. I think Suarez is pretty decent, has some kind of an upside, and obviously the Rangers are nothing special. If we get something around minus 130, I will have an Angels ticket today for sure. And the third game, I think this is the most interesting. Padres at the Athletics, Snell, Manea. With no Tatis, I make Oakland minus 117. So Oakland should definitely be favored. Snell has been struggling. Manea has been on a roll. But Manea is not confirmed on the MLB.com site or any sites where I get my info from. So make sure to triple check. I couldn't find any info of him being scratched. But if he starts and we see a good line on Oakland, as I said, I make it minus 117. I wouldn't be opposed of betting this one. So as I said, I'm betting the Braves minus 125 or better. Looking to bet the Rays under if this gets back to 8.5. And my line for the Angels is minus 138. I would bet probably around minus 130. And I like Oakland with Manea. Minus 117 is the line, my line. If we get something closer to pick'em, that would be a bet for me. As for the two strikeout props, I logged in John Lester. We already talked about him. Under 3.5 strikeouts on Pinnacle, it was plus 108. Under 3.5, I make it 3.08. So Lester should have around 3 strikeouts in this one. I don't think you can project anything more than his average based on what I already talked about. I don't think this is a super strong pick, but I think it's a fair one, and I just don't think he will go deep into this game. And the strikeout per inning is what basically you would need for the over to hit here if he goes 4 innings or so. And the other one I logged in, and this is one I really like, is Patrick Corbin, Washington Nationals, under 4.5 at plus 105. This is a Pinnacle line as well. I make it 3.6. This is Corbin with back-to-back starts against Philly. His control is still off. He's throwing harder, but he just cannot throw strikes at this point. No comment to speak whatsoever. He had 2 strikeouts in the last game against Philly 5 days ago. When a pitcher is pitching against the same team in a short time frame, I always prefer the offense. I don't think Corbin will have too much success here, and he was carved up in the first game. Corbin didn't have over 4.5 strikeouts in 5 straight starts. His swinging strike rate was under his 9% average in 4 straight starts. His K rate was under his average in 5 straight starts. I think this is way too high. I would probably set this at 3.5 with some juice to the over, as I make it 3.67. But at 4.5 under plus money on Pinnacle, I think this is probably one of the strongest bets you can make today. All right, this is it for today. Thanks for tuning in. We got it done in 10 minutes. I will be back tomorrow at the same time. If you want to tell my wagers, you know where to go. If you have any comment or feedback, you know where to find me at the Barrel Zone on Twitter. I appreciate you guys. Good luck with your wagers, and peace out.